Senate will come to order. Mr. Carpenter, please call the roll.
Senators Aguilar, Baumgardner, Cook, Quorum,
Excused.
Court, Crowder, Donovan, Finberg, Fields, Garcia, Gardner, Guzman, Hill,
Excused.
Holbert, John, Jones, Kagan, Kafalis, Kerr, Lambert, Lundberg, Marble, Martinez-Humenick, Merrifield, Moreno, Neville, Priola, Scott, Smallwood, Sonnenberg, Tate, Todd, Williams,
Excused.
Zinzinger. Mr. President,
Here. With 32 present, 0 absent, 3 excused, we have a quorum. Senator Zenzinger, please lead us in the pledge.
Thank you, Mr. President. Will members and guests please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the journal, Senator Kagan.
Mr. President, I move that with the reading of the Journal of March the 8th, 2018 be dispensed with and that it be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. Is there any objection? Seeing none, the motion is adopted. Committee reports.
March 8th, 2018, Committee on Finance. After consideration of merits, committee as following: House Bill 1008, be amended as follows: as submitted, be referred to Committee on Appropriations with a favorable recommendation. March 8th, 2018, Committee on Finance. After consideration of the merits, committee as following: Senate Bill 56, be amended as follows: as submitted, be referred to Committee of the Whole with a favorable recommendation. Recommendation be placed on the consent calendar. March 8th, 2018, Committee on Finance. After consideration of the merits, committee as following: Senate Bill 109, be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations. March 8th, 2018, the Committee on Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Energy has done under consideration had hearing on the following appointments and recommends appointments to be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Members of the State Board of the Great Outdoors Colorado Trust Fund for terms expiring April 15, 2021. Holly Jean Velasquez of Horvath of Denver, Colorado, a Democrat and resident of the 1st Congressional District, reappointed. Linda Jean Strand of Aurora, Colorado, Democrat and resident of the 6th Congressional District, reappointed. Warren Haldane of Colorado Springs, Colorado, Democrat and resident of the 5th Congressional District, appointed. March 8, 2018, Committee on Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Energy has had on consideration had a hearing on the following appointments. Recommends appointments to be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Members of the Colorado Racing Commission for a term expiring July 1st, 2021. Pam Oldham Inman of Castle Rock, Colorado, resident of the 4th Congressional District, who has been engaged in the business of management level capacity for the first 5 years, reappointed. March 8, 2018, Committee on Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Energy. After consideration of the merits, committee as follows: Senate Bill 182, be amended as follows: as submitted, refer to Committee to hold a favorable recommendation. Recommendation placed on the consent calendar. March 8, 2018, Committee on Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Energy. After consideration of the merits, committee as following: House Bill 1139, be referred to Committee of the Whole, a favorable recommendation. Recommendation placed on the consent calendar. March 8, 2018, Committee on Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Energy. After consideration of the merits, committee as following: Senate Bill 184. Be referred to Committee of the Whole, a favorable recommendation. Recommendation placed on the consent calendar. March 8, 2018, Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration of the merits, committee as following: House Bill 1012, be amended as follows: as amended, be referred to Committee of the Whole, a favorable recommendation. March 8, 2018, Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration of the merits, committee as following: House Bill 1196, be amended as follows: as amended, be referred to Committee of the Whole, a favorable recommendation. March 8, 2018. Committee on Transportation. After consideration of the merits, committee as following: House Bill 1103, be amended as follows: as amended, be referred to Committee of the Whole, a favorable recommendation. March 8, 2018, Committee on Transportation. After consideration of the merits, committee as following: House Bill 1137, be referred to Committee of the Whole, a favorable recommendation. Recommendation placed on the consent calendar.
Senate Services.
Correctly engrossed, Senate Bill 11, 123, 143, and 171. Correctly re-engrossed, Senate Bill 70, 71, 97, 132, 169, 171, 176. Correctly revised, House Bill 1045, 1050, 1117, 1210, and 1233. Correctly revised, House Bill 1005, 1032, 1051, 1052, 1073, 1091, 1095, 1141, 1142, and 1183. Correctly enrolled, Senate Bill 60 and 69.
Third reading of bills, consent calendar. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Out of the respect to the three members who are excused today, I move that we lay over the third reading of bills consent calendar to Monday, March 12th.
Motion is to lay over the third reading of bills consent calendar till Monday, March 12th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it, and that will lay over. Third reading of bills calendar. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At the request of the sponsor, I move to lay over Senate Bill 123 till Thursday, March 15th.
Motion is to lay over Senate Bill 123 till
Thursday, March 15th.
Thursday, March 15th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and that will lay over. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to lay over the balance of the third reading calendar to Monday, March 12th.
Motion is to lay over the balance of the third reading of bills calendar till Monday, March 12th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it, and that will lay over. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to lay over the general order second reading of bills calendar till Monday, March 12th.
Motion is to lay over the general order second reading of bills calendar till Monday, March 12th. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, no. Ayes have it, and that will lay over. Signing of bills.
The President has signed House Bill 1027, 1039, 1087, and 1096.
Announcements. Senator Koufalis.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, colleagues, and please bear with me for the next few minutes as I am compelled to address a couple of important issues that are weighing heavy on my heart. When I served with my friend Jim Reesberg in the House, he advised me to speak at the well when I thought I could change minds and votes. So I have generally limited my time at the well because I am often no match for simple country lawyers and great orators who use words such as loquacious. This morning, as a matter of conscience and integrity, I stand before you with the hope that I may change a few hearts, or at least cause us all to pause and reflect on our place in this hallowed institution, the Colorado General Assembly, and our place in the world. Regardless of ideologies and politics, we're all in this together. Honesty, integrity, humility, honor, and accountability are some of the most important values that I strive to live by, and I believe we all strive to live by. Why else would we do this work of public service that is not easy? Along the way, we make mistakes, and we may cross certain lines because we are human and we are imperfect. Nevertheless, we have a solemn responsibility to be good role models to the children, those who come after us, those who will make this world better. Being a good role model means having the courage and the fortitude to take responsibility for our actions and accept the consequences when such actions are wrong. Personally, I have made mistakes in my life and have done my best to take responsibility for my actions. Yesterday, we acknowledged International Women's Day from both sides of the proverbial aisle, a political construct that has been embedded in our collective psyche. We celebrated the extraordinary social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women throughout history and today. And we gave thanks for our mothers who birthed us into this world of turbulence and uncertainty, and who taught us to find goodness and joy in this upside-down world. Let's be honest. Our patriarchal society objectifies women, and any kind of objectification or stereotyping undermines the inherent dignity and worth of women or any human being, and this is a form of violence. There is too much violence, and as elected public servants, we have a moral responsibility to do something about this because it's the right thing to do, and because we're all in this together. I am convinced we, the members of the Senate, ought to conduct ourselves in accordance with the highest moral, ethical, and legal standards in our official duties and in our public and private lives. Sexual harassment remains widespread across professions, especially in sectors that are predominantly male. Data shows that 25% of women report being sexually harassed in the workplace, more than double the percentage of men. Roughly 71% of women do not report sexual harassment out of fear of retaliation. Women who become targets of harassing, demeaning, or disrespectful workplace behavior often experience a range of negative psychological, health, and job-related outcomes. Our female colleagues and neighbors require us to be guardians for gender equality, boldly saying and doing something when discriminatory, disrespectful, or harassing behavior arises. As supportive male allies, we need to consciously and intentionally engage other men, first demonstrating respect for women, and then holding other men accountable for the same. When men get mired in denial, never daring to become active guardians for respect and inclusion, we see a failure of both moral imagination, that is, how a dignified and respectful workplace for women might look and how it might benefit women, men, and the institution, and moral courage. Moral courage is difficult. We have in our midst a legislator who has been found, more likely than not, to have grabbed and slapped a legislative aides, places where a person shouldn't be slapped, on several occasions during the 2016 legislative session. And I believe there's more unacceptable behavior. As an unabashed male ally, I stand for the women in the Capitol and outside the Capitol. With respect, I believe we are all children of God, born inherently good. I ask the senator from northwestern Colorado to consider the honorable path forward. Otherwise, I join in the daily refrain. For this reason, we, the members of the Senate Democratic Caucus, ask that the Senate resolution we prepared and submitted for introduction on February 13, 2018, entitled Concerning the Expulsion of the Senator from Northwestern Colorado for Sexual Harassment of a Legislative Employee, be promptly introduced and brought to the floor of the Senate for debate. Thank you for your attention, esteemed colleagues, but I just wish a few additional moments of your precious time to bring two other important matters to your attention. And I hope the single subject rule doesn't apply to a moment of personal privilege. One is the war in Syria. I have felt so much anguish and powerlessness about such immense death and destruction. The people of Syria have endured 7 years of war while the world community does little to end the bloodshed. In the past few weeks, the Syrian and Russian regimes have laid siege against the people of eastern Ghouta, and the women doctors and other brave souls have remained with extraordinary courage to care for the people. I was in the Syrian restaurant across the street last night, and my friends shared how many family members they have lost in this war. And these are the ones that they know about. How long will we do nothing? My final matter that I wish for you to consider is this. A few days ago, Pope Francis announced that Archbishop Oscar Romero, who was assassinated March 24, 1980, while giving Mass in a hospital chapel in El Salvador, will become canonized as a saint. I was a Peace Corps volunteer in El Salvador who listened to Monsignor Romero's homilies from my village and who left the country a couple of weeks before he was killed. He is one of my role models and heroes because he said that we should follow a higher law at all costs. Thank you, Mr. President. You've been very gracious with the time.
Senator Crowder and Gardner? Okay. Senators Crowder and Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, an announcement. Today at 1 o'clock in the West Foyer, we will be dedicating the USS Colorado bronze plaque. As you recall, was here, we approved the resolution. That will be done by the Colorado 30 group as a gift to the state of Colorado, and the governor will be in attendance, as will members of the USS Colorado Commissioning Committee. And
Senator Crowder.
Thank you, Mr. President. And in conclusion on what Senator Gardner is talking about, what we would like to do is ask this body if we can be excused on the 16th. We will be going to the USS Colorado commissioning in Groton, Connecticut this coming weekend. And I think it's a monumental issue for the state of Colorado to have this nuclear sub named after the state of Colorado, so would indulge you to ask for that permission for the 16th.
Granted, sir.
Thank you.
Senator Gardner.
And it's maybe not too late if you want to sign up for the clam bake.
Senator Lundberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish I could be doing that, but life is busy. And as chairman of the Conference Committee for House Bill 1171, this is the educational supplemental, which is meeting upon adjournment today. I ask for permission to go beyond the scope of the bill in order to deal with some of the residuals of the funding issues for the bill.
Is that a?
Asking for permission.
The motion before the body is to grant permission to the conferees on the first conference committee on House Bill 1171 to consider matters not at issue between the two houses. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed no. The ayes have it and permission is granted.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Fields was next.
Good morning, Mr. President and colleagues. I'd like to request a moment of personal privilege to present a tribute this morning.
Granted.
Thank you. The Colorado State Senate is pleased to congratulate the Colorado Primary Care Clinic of Aurora, Colorado, for being the first health clinic owned by Doctorate of Nurse Practice, excuse me, to receive the National Committee for Quality Assurance, which is also known as NCQA, which is a patient-centered medical home, excuse me, colleagues, which is considered a patient-centered medical home level 2 recognition for using evidence-based, patient-centered processes that focuses on highly coordinated care and long-term participatory relationships. The NCQA Patient-Centered Medical Home is a model of primary care that combines teamwork and information technology to improve care, improve patient experience, and to reduce, costs. In honor of Women's History Month, we salute the Colorado Primary Care Clinic, Inc. as a female-owned and operated health clinic that is helping to make Colorado a leader for advancement in patient-centered, evidence-based healthcare. Members, please join me as we salute these women who have established a clinic for care in Aurora, Colorado. Thank you. Please stand. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator, and welcome to the Colorado Senate today. Senator Tate.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a calendar item. Senate Business and Labor is meeting on Monday at 2 p.m., not 1:30. Thank you.
Senator Koufalos.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, you should have a flyer on your desks concerning the Colorado Children's Caucus. which will be meeting on Monday, March 12th, 12 to 1:15 p.m. in the Senate Committee Room 357. Lunch will be provided, and there will be 2 presentations. One of them is from the Colorado Children's Campaign concerning childcare as a 2-generation prevention strategy. And the second one will be by the Bell Policy Center, and the topic is a look past the cliff, findings from the Colorado Child Care Assistance Programs, Cliff Effect Pilot. 2 very good presentations. Thank you.
Senator Marble.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a reminder, State Veterans and Military Affairs will not be meeting on Monday.
Senator Martinez-Humanic.
Thank you, Mr. President and colleagues. The Joint Technology Committee will be meeting on Monday at 8 a.m.
Senator Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to remind some of our colleagues that the Colorado Legislative Sportsman Caucus luncheon is going to be Thursday, March 15th from 11:30 to 1:15. In the past, we've had great attendance from our colleagues. It's a really important event, and I know in the last couple of meetings it's been a little sparse, so we'd encourage you to come join us at the Sportsman's Caucus.
Any further announcements? Senator Whippersnapper, would you have any announcements? None? Nothing? Nothing to say today? Nothing at all? Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate adjourn until 10 a.m. Monday, March 12th.
Motion is to adjourn until 10 a.m. Monday, March 12th. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The aye has it, and we will be adjourned.